Hey everyone, it's Chevito here, and welcome to The Core, a new segment where I get to chat with truly fascinating individuals who've not just inspired me, but also nudged me toward becoming a better person. I am thrilled to kick things off by introducing our inaugural guest, someone who holds the title of the most influential, inspiring, and pivotal figure in my life. An extraordinary artist with a notable stint in Filipino comics during the 80s, he's also a trailblazer in Philippine animation in the early 90s. He made a leap to the US, continuing his animation journey, even securing an Emmy nomination for one of his remarkable projects. Recently retired from the animation industry, he's now fully immersed in family life and pursuing new endeavors. It's not just my idol, but my unwavering source of inspiration, my father, Mr. Francis Von Barrios. How are you doing, Dad?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, you're good. I'm good. I'm good. So
Okay.
I just wanted to talk to you about obviously a lot of things. I want to
Okay.
focusing on art, obviously because of the the influence that you've uh and inspiration that you've given me. So first of all, I want you to introduce yourself, and maybe you can say something about yourself real quick.
Well, my name is Francis Barrios, and my other name in comics was Francis Bon Barrios.
Oh yeah,
So as an
let's
illustrator, right? Remember that my name
yeah,
in
yeah,
comics.
yeah.
That's my name in comics in the Philippines.
Yeah, there's
So
this let's talk about that name actually. How did you get that name? Real quick. Who gave you
my
that name?
mentor, my mentor, Hal Santiago, gave me that name
And what was the reason why giving you that name?
because during that time there is one artist, international artist, whose name was Marcus, I think it Marcus Bonbar, something like that.
Mm,
There's a bone in the middle, so he put it in my name. So
yeah,
it
to make it
that
more a
that
little
the
elegant.
more more international, like sounds like what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
well,
I
it
don't
looks
know
good. It
how.
sounds good. It sounds
Yeah, it
good. So
sounds good.
is that the name that you use now in animation also, or you just
No, no, no. When I came here, I use my
your actual
name,
name?
like
Yeah,
Francis
yeah, yeah,
Barrios. So
yeah, yeah. Wow, that's a funny story. Yeah, because I remember Hal Santiago. You told me to go to him when I was here
yeah.
in the Philippines when I
Mhm.
was young. You told me to go to him to study under him, and so I did. I did. I was like, I think I was 15 or 16 years old, and I was under him for about only a few months before we actually migrated to the U.S. But the story with Hal Santiago is he was your teacher as well, right? He was your mentor.
He's
And
a
how
very
did you?
good teacher.
Yeah, very good teacher. Yeah. Well, how did you get a hold of him? How did you know him?
Oh, when I was young, even when I was young, I was uh, aspiring to be an illustrator.
Mm-hmm.
So I do a lot of comic pages, and
Mm-hmm.
I went to the publication to apply for work.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
didn't know anything about it yet. That's why when the editor brought me inside the artist's room,
mm-hmm.
I was amazed with the real artist who's working
Yeah,
on
yeah,
comics. And
yeah, yeah.
I was, I what I did was I rolled my work and then hide it because I don't want to compare it to the works. So actually,
Yeah,
the editor already saw it. So
yeah.
that's why he brought me there to learn
Mm-hmm.
the style and the comics, how they are doing and what kind of
Yeah.
work they do. So
So you basically saw the
constantly,
standard.
I constantly go to that publication, but
Mm,
there was a time that the editor told me that you need a mentor or
right,
something,
right.
somebody who will really teach me how to do the right thing, the right
Mm,
way of doing illustration. So he
mm,
introduced me to Hal Santiago.
okay,
And
so that's
from
how it
then
started. Yeah.
on, I I go there as he's one of his students because when I came to his house, I saw there's so many students there already,
Yeah.
younger than
Younger
me. Because
students.
when I
Yeah. Yeah.
started there, I was already like more than 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the time that because before I was not a professional illustrator yet. I just, it's
Mhm.
like hobby for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I came there, I started as a student.
But
And now,
you must have been already showing potential for,
yeah,
before, even before you met Hal Santiago.
because when I at least in 2 months,
Hmm.
I became his assistant.
Oh, wow. Okay. With
Yeah,
no proper training under that
no
before
proper
that. Yeah.
training, and he
Wow.
said that you're good enough to do work like he's
To do
doing.
my work.
Who is one of the best illustrator during that time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I learned so much from him. The technicalities of the drawings that he
Mm.
taught me
Hmm.
helped me a lot
Yeah.
because he's more of a technician. Like
Yeah.
you have to learn the right way. Like
Yeah.
in anatomy, composition,
Yeah.
perspective, and everything like that you need to
Yeah.
be doing the illustration.
Yeah.
So from then, after 6 months, I'm doing already the actual work of doing illustration with
Wow.
his help.
Yeah.
With his
So
help.
what was the very first title that you worked on in the
Oh,
comics, in
I
the
think
Filipino comics?
I did the Nobel.
Mhm. Right away?
Yeah, no, because
Wow.
I know that it was one of the best also who was doing that. I don't know what
Mm.
for what reason I continued the Nobel. It was, I
Mm-hmm.
think, Carl Comendador, who
Card
was one of the
Commendadors.
best
Yeah.
during that time also. He's a very good illustrator. So I catch
Mm-hmm.
that Nobel
Oh,
for
okay.
some reason that I don't know. So
And that
that's
was
from then on, I continue, getting more
yeah.
works in
So
the
that was
illustration.
Natasha, wasn't it?
Yeah, Natasha. And then I do
Yeah.
the title Gumagapang na Lagim. And
Mm-hmm.
then, more works
More and
that
more work.
follows.
Yeah, yeah. But you only had a very short stint in the Filipino comics, only like a few years, right?
Yeah, a few years, but because I was more fascinated and when I saw the opening in the Philippines of, animation, which was
Mm-hmm.
during that days that I um I was doing illustration. Animation was just like start in that starting point.
Yeah.
So I tried to apply on that field.
Right away. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right away, and I
Um,
was accepted. So I moved from being an illustrator to doing animation.
and how did you find out about animation? Did someone
I
tell you
saw it
about it or?
on the ads
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in yeah.
Yeah, because
So I applied.
yeah, because like back in the day, news like that was hard to come by because there's no
No,
internet and
yeah,
there's
no
no,
internet. You just have to
yeah.
find it somewhere.
And yeah,
Advertise.
also remembering comics was one of the biggest entertainment for people. So they would actually, comics was like the YouTube or the
Yeah, that's
internet
the
back in
only.
the day. Yeah.
During that time, the comics was a very, very big entertainment.
Yeah.
Not like now. There's so many things that you
Yeah. Yeah, it's
can do.
and also because it was so hard to come by all the international comics were so hard to get. And so Filipinos were definitely more focused on what they can get, which is the Filipino comics, and
Mhm.
it was affordable and it's everywhere. So, I
Yeah.
think that was
Mhm.
yeah. So you guys were rock stars at the time.
And also, actually, during the time, you don't need to buy comics. You can just rent it
Oh yeah, that's
because
right.
comics
That's right.
was a rental for rental.
Yeah. Yeah, that was right. That's right. But what's the what company or the publishing company that you worked
I
for
worked
the
first
longest?
on, graphic arts.
Graphic arts.
Yeah,
I have a
graphic
funny story
arts.
about graphic arts, by the way, too.
Did you apply?
Um just like
I
you,
think
I
you
did.
have the same experience as I
Yes, I
had.
did. I jumped the gun, but mine was worse. Mine was worse because yours at least you got, well, actually, yeah, yeah. So yours, when you went to show your work, I mean, at least they were impressed, and then they told you,
Yeah.
okay, you need the guidance. But when I went there and I showed my work, they kicked me out. Yeah, that was funny. And I was with my cousin Noel, and he was the one that was holding it, like opening the drawing, and I was just like standing there. I was like 14. I was like, yeah, I'm Francis' son. And then they were like, oh yeah, Francis, we know your dad. Your dad is good. You're not. So I went home. I folded my drawing like he did, but I threw away my drawing, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Hal Santiago and actually train under him. So
Yeah,
I did.
that's
So
the best thing that you did, you know.
yeah, I didn't get discouraged. It's more of a challenge for me at that time, which I understand. So I went to Hal Santiago as well, like you did. He was definitely a great artist and a very interesting person. Rest in peace.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so when you left comics after only what? How many years? Like you said?
Like I think like 2 years or less. But when
Mm.
even the time that I left comics, I mean
Mm-hmm.
I moved to animation. I was still doing some.
Oh, you were still doing some
Yeah,
comics
I'm
at the
still
time. Oh,
because
okay.
I have a novel to
Okay, okay, I
continue.
get you. Yeah,
So
yeah.
even though I am already working in animation, there
So
are
you
times
wanted
that
to you wanted to finish it. You wanted to finish the
yeah, I
novel,
have to
or
finish the novel
mm,
because it is a
yeah,
it's like
it's a commitment. Yeah,
commitment. Yeah.
yeah.
So
What was the first animation show that you worked on?
I think we did the Marvel animation, the the Defenders of the Earth. I think
Yeah,
it was an
I
old
remember
old
those. Yeah, I
Marvel
remember those. I
superheroes.
did. Oh, it was Marvel. Defenders of the
Yeah,
Earth is
it was
Marvel.
Marvel.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know.
Defenders
Oh,
of the
wow.
Earth.
Okay, cool. And the this animation studio was what is called?
It was Burbank Animation.
Oh, Burbank Animation. It makes sense now
Yeah,
because like in Burbank they do all
yeah.
the animation there in the US. So yeah, so you did Defenders of the Earth. I remember that. I
And
remember when I was very young, I was looking through your drawings and I saw that. And you also worked on Police Academy, didn't you?
Police Academy. That is another studio
Oh, that's on
where I
another
work. You
studio.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. But those are the animation classics that you worked on in the Philippines. There was a lot of them,
Yeah,
right?
I
Did you
did.
work on
You know,
Smurf?
Johnny Quest too. Johnny
Oh, Johnny
Quest.
Quest. Yeah, yeah.
This is the cartoons, Smurfs,
Yeah,
Snorks.
Smurfs.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my God. You worked on pretty much all my childhood cartoons.
yeah.
But you didn't get to work on G.I. Joe, didn't you? That was before you, right?
G.I. Joe. No,
The
I
old
did it
one, the
here.
original one.
The
But you
original
did
one
it
in
here.
in the Philippines. I did it
Yeah,
here
yeah.
as a
Oh
storyboard
yeah.
artist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's later on.
Just
That's
later
the
on.
the return of the GI Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. So and how long did you work in animation for in the Philippines?
at least I think almost 10 years or approximately
Oh
10
wow.
years.
Wow, 10 years. That's a
Yeah.
long time. Wow. That's good. And as a what? What were you doing?
Storyboard storyboard, layout artist and also layout supervisor.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. So character layout and oh wow, that's good. And what's the so after that whole thing in the Philippines, you migrated to America to
Mhm.
continue your journey. What was the first show that you worked on when you were in America?
I think I remember it's at Warner Brothers. The
Mm.
first show that I worked on it was Tasmania.
Oh, Tasmania.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
Tasmania.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
That is
like
the very
the
first one that I worked
wow. And you
at
were
Warner
doing what
Brothers.
as a what?
I did the layout.
I'll lay out too. Oh, so they were doing animation in the States at the time?
Yeah, everything
Yeah, because
they do it.
oh, okay. Because I mean, like they don't do that now.
They don't do that
They
now. Yeah,
they
they pass
ship
it
that
to
out
us.
to
Mhm.
yeah, either Philippines or Korea or yeah, yeah, India or somewhere. Yeah. But yeah, so back in the day, they were doing animation in the States, everything in the States. So there were so many jobs then for artists at
Mhm.
the time. And also when you got to the time that you got to the States, I remember there was a huge Filipino wave of artists that are working in animation during that time. Um,
It was
uh,
later.
was it later or was it before you?
Yeah, it was later. But
Oh, okay, cool.
when I arrived here, there were only few.
Ah, there were only few. Okay,
You know,
okay.
the first batch of the Filipinos
Yeah.
who came here in America,
Yeah.
who were illustrators,
Mm-hmm.
and then they moved to animation also.
They switched to animation
But
also.
there are
Yeah,
only
yeah.
few, not a
Oh,
lot.
okay.
And
So
then I
after,
came, and then
and then all of a
yeah, after
sudden,
me,
everyone,
like after maybe more than 5 years, then they arrived. So a lot of Filipinos came
yeah, yeah, to work in animation.
to work in
Yeah,
animation.
yeah. Wow,
They were
that's
hired
cool.
directly from the Philippines, and the company brought them here.
Mm. So, what would you say your biggest role or your biggest position that you got when you got to the States as a what?
Here in the state, actually, the I also work as a character designer,
Yeah,
which
yeah, I
was
remember that. Yeah.
directed by Chuck Patton.
Oh yeah, Chuck
He
Pan
was the one who hired me to
to do characters.
to the character design, and then
What?
he also from then moved me to doing storyboard.
Oh, okay. So he was the guy
That
that
was
gave
the
you that.
first time that I did storyboard here in America.
Yeah.
Here in the Philippines, I
Wow.
did some work there, but
Some
here
work.
in
Yeah.
America, it was Chuck Patton who gave me the break to do
Wow.
storyboard,
To switch to
and he
storyboards.
became
Yeah.
my mentor also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chuck Patton
Which
was my
became mine
mentor.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Which became
mentor
mine as well.
on character design and storyboard.
And storyboards. Ah, such a
Yeah,
great guy. We're gonna talk about him in a little bit. But so you first you became a character designer for what show?
I did. I think uh, Dragon. What's the title?
Double Dragons.
Double Dragon, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
Hurricane, and then so many shows that I work on in
As a
VIC
as a character designer.
as character design,
Yeah. Were
and
you
also
also a
become
character?
a character design also at Marvel. I designed
Oh.
Iron Man
Oh
and
wow. Okay.
Fantastic Four. So
Oh
I
yeah, I
did
remember
some,
that. Yeah. The 90s one, right? The
yeah, the
one with the
'90s,
yeah, Iron Man and Fantastic Four. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. So
and then
and
I also did the storyboard and became the storyboard supervisor there in
for
Marvel
that show.
for that
Wow.
show.
Okay. So
So
when you switched from character designer to storyboard artist, you never went back as a character designer, did you?
no, because I enjoy more doing story. You remember, I was an illustrator before,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that
Absolutely.
gives me an idea and make my job easier because I have the background of composition and storytelling,
Yeah.
something like that.
It's definitely related to each other,
And
that's for
also
sure.
my knowledge in layout. You see,
Mm,
combined layout and comic is is a good combination for doing
for
storyboard
storyboards. Yes,
because
exactly. Makes
the
sense.
layout is the technicalities that you apply in storyboard
Yeah, yeah.
and the storytelling that you get from illustration.
Because back in the day in the Philippine comics, let's go back to the comics is when you're a comic illustrator in the Philippines at that time, you pretty much do everything. You do the pencil, you do the
But
inking,
yeah,
you do the lettering, you do the background, you do everything. It's your comics, right? So
except the
in
lettering for
comparison,
me.
oh, except for the lettering, someone else did
Yeah.
that for you. Okay. Yeah, but I because like I remember the comics in the US at the time, it was a different people that do everything. So someone
Yeah.
with pencil, someone with ink. But it's just now that like it's picking up. Like everyone's doing their own inking nowadays, which is awesome because it's it's so yeah. So I was just saying like about the comics in the Philippines that you pretty much, as if you're an illustrator in the comics in the Philippines before, you have to do everything, background inking, penciling, and everything. And in comparison to the Western comics back then, they had penciler, inker, but nowadays, everyone's actually doing everything, which is good. So that
Mhm.
being said, so that I guess that really helped you a lot with storyboards because you could
Yeah.
also do backgrounds and pretty much everything. So that helped you a lot.
Yeah. Also, when I came here doing layouts, uh, layouts are when you are layout artist, it means you are doing the background,
Yeah.
only the background of the layout. But not in the Philippines, you do both. You do the
Oh, you do
background,
both and
you do
characters.
the
Oh,
characters at the same
wow.
time, you know.
Okay. No
So not
wonder why
here.
every Filipino artist want to go there.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
you
So
know, that's why we are. And also, I was surprised when I was given a quota. You know, the quota is like
yeah, yeah.
you do. It's like I remember how many, like 15 a week or something like that.
Wow. Yeah.
And
But
in
you
the
did what?
Philippines, that is only the characters. In the
Yeah.
Philippines, I was doing 80 layouts a week.
Jeez.
So you
Yeah.
see the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah. The
And
difference.
many,
Yeah.
many Filipinos, I'm not saying only me. There's so many
Yeah.
Filipinos doing a lot of, that
Yeah.
fast,
Yeah. A lot
that
that
fast.
because like we're so
Which is
used to that
good,
much for work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like
But
I remember you were telling me about most of you guys sometimes would just sleep in the office in the Philippines, would have like a pull out bed, and some people would
yeah,
just
that's
like
why we do a lot because we have, when we exceed the quota, you
Mhm.
know, you are being paid for every folder that you work.
So
So
everyone's hustling pretty much. Yeah.
everybody is like, don't want to sleep anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to make money. Hey, that's
Yeah, they
good.
want to
It's a
make
good
money.
training
That's
though.
why. That's why.
That's
But that's why we reach that high uh, numbers of work that we
yeah.
produce because of that.
Yeah,
But
because
yes, and also, I don't. It's very hard to compare because the situation and
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's no human resources in the
yeah,
Philippines
and
to tell you, hey, you have to go
none,
home. Yeah,
none. You
there's
can go.
none.
You can do whatever you want to do. You have your
Yeah,
bed there. If you want to
yeah,
sleep, you can sleep. If you don't want to sleep,
yeah.
you
It's
can do
like I
anything.
remember I remember seeing a clip of Jackie Chan being interviewed by no, talking to Spielberg, right? So Jackie Chan was so excited meeting Spielberg. He asked Spielberg, "Hey, how did you do all the dinosaur in the Jurassic Park? It's so amazing! It's so amazing!" And Spielberg was like, "It's so easy, Jackie. You just press a button, right?" And then Spielberg asked Jackie Chan, "So how do you jump from building to building? It's easy. You just jump." Because there's no insurance, there's no
And yeah,
nobody like telling them, "Oh, this is what we got to do." They always just do it. They always just do everything. So it's so funny. Hold on a second because there's a problem with my um I thought I had okay, September remaining. Okay. So this is wait, so yeah, so yeah. So you guys just like basically work your butt off until you pretty much get tired, right? So um okay, so let's so yeah, so looking at your resume, it's definitely countless, so many shows that you've worked on. But what would you say would be the one who kind of made you feel happy about? Like what show would that be that made you kind of, oh, this is a
there's so
good job.
many.
I love this job.
There's so many shows that I really enjoy doing, but sometimes it's deep in a different
Mm.
style. Like
Yeah.
if I do cartoons, I like the show that I did on Disney. You know, the
Yeah.
show Recess.
Yeah.
Because I put
Recess.
my
Yeah.
heart on that, that kids that I work on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I
I
love
feel,
that show. Yeah.
I feel that, being a child like then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you do storyboard, you can feel the story.
Hmm.
You became them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I enjoy so much doing the recess show because of that feeling that I got from that
Yeah,
job.
yeah, I mean, like, thinking about that, if I do work on something like that, I would definitely uh kind of reminisce, also relax,
Yeah. Mhm.
relax while working on it, because your mind is just like going and going and
Mhm.
going and like thinking about your childhood memories, I guess.
Mhm.
And also that is the show that you got your Emmy nomination for, right?
No,
Recess?
I got my Emmy nomination on the show, I think, Tutenstein.
Oh, Tutenstein.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
Tutenstein.
It's not Carmen Sandiego?
I did also. Oh, yeah, yeah. I got two.
Oh,
Nomination only.
two.
Yeah, two.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yeah. I forgot that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got two Emmy nominations for those two shows. Wow, that's awesome. That must be
and
yeah,
uh,
so
and
much
also
fun.
I think we got the Tutenstein, which won because as a group, that is as a group nomination.
Yeah,
The team, yeah.
yeah,
So we got the winning, the winning
yeah, yeah.
team doing that
That's
show.
amazing. That is
But in
amazing.
in Carmen Sandiego, it was the individual nomination.
Individual nomination. So you got one exactly. Yeah. So what company was Cameron San Diego? Was it DIC, right?
It's a DIC.
Yeah, DIC. Okay. They
DIC.
don't. They no longer exist anymore. I think
No
they're.
longer, but that show is really good.
Yeah.
I like that show, Carmen
Oh yeah.
Sandiego.
It's pretty much a cult now. Like everyone's like loving that.
Yeah,
Um. Yeah. Everyone loves Carmen San Diego. I wish it did kind of made a comeback, but it wasn't as
yeah, it's
impactful
not
at the
as good.
time. Yeah. And so what about because you recently retired from the animation industry, right?
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. How many years now? Or
About 3 years now.
oh, 3 years now. Yeah, about 3 years. So and what are you pursuing right now? Like what other things that you
Uh, Relaxing. No, I'm just
No,
actually I'm
because
doing.
I'm pointing it out because I'm pointing it right behind you. Is
Yeah,
is your
that's one of my
painting?
work.
That's one of
Yes,
your
I
painting.
do.
Yeah.
I do abstract painting right now. Just
Yeah.
having fun on doing it.
Yeah. It looks
That's
amazing.
one
Yeah.
thing that I really love doing it right now.
Yeah. That's amazing. I will definitely put the title on the thing of your website, so people could check
I'm
it
still
out.
reconstructing my website right
Oh,
now,
okay.
but it's
Okay.
it's still available. If you want to see
Yeah.
it.
That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, I'll definitely advertise that. A couple of things that I want to ask. I mean, it's this is getting short because I thought that my Zoom is allowing me with no time limit, but now it's gave me like a 5 minute time limit right now. What we could do is we could talk until it ends, and I'll call you back. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because
It's good.
this conversation is like really cool. And I want to talk to you about going back to Chuck Patton, because Chuck Patton, it was the very first guy who introduced you to storyboards, and he must
And
have seen
also
something,
character design.
character design as well. So he put that trust on you and all that stuff. So and you worked with him with a lot of different shows.
Oh, a lot of different shows. We did, as I remember, Wolverine.
Oh,
We
Wolverine!
did
Wow. Okay.
Wolverine. Uh, what else? I think the Hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hurricane. And there's more. I forgot. It's a long
Yeah.
time ago.
No, because
But
the reason
it's
why
like
the reason
a very
why
good mentor to me.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what I remembered. You told remember you told me one time that there were the people that I should look up to and like really aspire to work with was the first name that you gave was Chuck Patton to me. So to me, like when I heard that coming from you, I was like, who's this guy? Like because I didn't know who he was. And then when I finally got to work with him, I had so much respect for him. And then I used to call him sir all the time. Like at work, sir, he's my worker. And then he's like, stop calling me sir. And he became a really good friend actually. And as a matter of fact, he's going to be on this podcast as well. So he already
Okay,
said
it's
yes,
good.
and he's
It's
excited.
good.
So it's going to be fun.
I
But
want to see it.
yeah, no, it's going to be a fun. It's going to be a fun episode as well, and I'm sure he's going to love this one as well. And other things that I want to ask you about is how would you compare animation now to when you were I would say in your prime days, like early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, in terms of workload and what studios expect from artists.
It's so it's so different.
Mm.
During that time, it's only papers and pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can hear now you don't hear it anymore, right?
Yeah, that's right. And papers all
All
over
are
the
being
place.
done all are being done in papers and
Yeah.
pencils.
Yeah.
But now it's more complicated.
Absolutely.
You have to know a lot of what do you call this? Software
Softwares. Yeah.
and programs.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
that's
more
that's actually
complicated.
that's a misconception from some producers, I would say. Like just because they think that we're working on computers, they think that it's easier than working on paper, so they expect so much more. And then but yeah, it's like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's hard. Actually, yeah, it's easier if you're just cut and pasting a lot of things, but
Yeah.
if you're drawing it, so it's still the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And
it's more complicated.
yeah, and especially nowadays, I mean, they
Yeah,
they expect they expect you
so
to
many.
actually do animatics now. It's not just
Yeah,
storyboards anymore.
animatics. It's
Yeah.
not the thing that we do before. As long as you
Yeah.
have the first, second, third pulses that
Yeah.
shows the scene actions,
Yeah.
and that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now you have to do it. You have to do the animation work already.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty
It's
much.
almost
And
like the finished product of the show. When you
yeah,
watch
yeah.
the animatic, it's like the movie already.
All right. All right, guys, sorry. We had a problem with their Zoom, and also the last part that we talked about earlier didn't get recorded. So, but now it's recorded. So we're gonna go back to what we talked about. So I left Dad with a question about the difference between the animation process or tools in comparison to now. Like, how would you compare it to now than when you were, still using paper and stuff?
Yeah, the process during the time in the early times is easier because you don't deal with so many programs that you
Mm-hmm.
use in this generation of computer.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're doing storyboard in the early times, you just need papers and pencil.
Yeah, a copier
Now
too,
you have
though.
to
A
learn
Xerox
so
machine.
many Xerox machine. Yeah,
Yeah,
Xerox machine.
yeah,
If you sometimes you don't need it. You just
yeah.
draw
That's true.
everything. You
It's
know what
true.
I'm
It's
saying?
true.
But if you wanna copy and paste something, it's
You
like
can't.
just Xerox and tape it, and then you
Yeah,
have it.
you have to
But
cut it
now
out
you
and
have to,
everything.
yeah, you have to be knowledgeable about so
Yeah,
many like Photoshop,
yeah,
Storyboard Pro. I mean, the Sketch Pro, SketchUp Pro,
yeah.
right? And so many so many things that you combine with that programs,
Mm-hmm.
and the process is so complicated. And also the storyboard right now is more a lot of work.
Mm.
You have to produce so many drawings of poses, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah. Yeah, they're
to
pretty much
finish a storyboard. But in
yeah, they're
the
doing
early times, you just need to show, like, in every scene, you just have to have the first and the last pose, and in the middle, like three more or two more poses
yeah.
to show the
Yeah, no.
story where the story is going.
Yeah,
But now you
exactly.
have to animate it,
Yeah.
right? You have to
Yeah.
animate it. So when you see the animatics, it's almost like the finished product already.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
only missing is the color,
No, yeah, pretty
right?
much. Yeah, pretty
But
much.
in the early days, you have to show the little poses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I there was a show that I was working on. I'm not going to mention what it was, but it was a great show. But they didn't require us to do it, but they kind of asked us to do, which we actually had to record the dialogue ourselves as well. So it,
Wow.
yeah. So we were
You have to
recording.
act on it.
Yeah, you have to act on it. So it's funny because like during the pitch, all of us pitching, like all the storyboards are pitching in front of the directors, and you can see all the different voices on the actors because like we're just doing it ourselves. But I
Wow, that's
yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work these days. But I would say though, I would say that there is also a pro with the tools and everything. It's when it comes to obviously being conserving paper and all that stuff because like we used a lot of papers back in the day, and also
mhm.
with like working remotely, it's easier to kind of um switch files back and forth to work on things than before. You have to ship it, and then ship it, well, you have to wait for days to come to you.
Mhm.
But there's definitely pros and cons, but in terms
But
of load of work, there's definitely more load this
but
time.
it makes the work of the in the overseas. It makes it easier for them to do
Yeah,
the show, because
yeah.
during the time I remember when we were doing shows,
Mm-hmm.
the overseas when they send back the film, the finished film,
Mm-hmm.
there is about like 60% of that are reshoots.
Wow. Yeah.
And those are finished product already.
Yeah.
Imagine 60 to 75% reshoots. That is very, very expensive
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
because the animators already work on the
Oh no.
the
Yeah.
the, the finished product of it.
Yeah.
Not like now, you edit only the animatics,
True.
right?
Very true. Yeah. Before
Which
sending
are
it to the
mostly a
animation.
rough drawing only.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Those are
Well.
rough drawings. Although it's
Yeah.
like good already, but it's rough.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Then
Yeah.
when you send it to the overseas to finish the product, then there's a minimal reshoots,
Yeah. Because they already see the
like maybe
animatics.
10% or less, maybe.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it
Yeah.
minimized the expensive process
Mm.
of who doing the finished products.
Yeah.
Not like in our day, I mean, we have so many reshoots,
Yeah.
which is very, very expensive.
Yeah. So I mean,
Because
like you. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, it's it.
Oh yeah, so yeah, and also because you experienced the change, the evolution of the industry. So working from paper to digital, how did you do it? Like how did you? Because like a lot of people that I know, or some people that I know, who are veterans in the industry, never switched from paper to digital because yeah, they said I give up. This is too much. It's
I
like
know
it's
personally some of my friends with animation because of that.
yeah, quit. They left animation because of
They
that. Yeah,
left.
yeah,
They didn't want to be involved in computer
yeah. Because
because they don't know.
so how did you? How
It's
did
like, they're like scared.
yeah?
Scared to death when
Well, it
they
is
see
a
the
new
computer.
it's a new thing. It's a new world. It's like,
The
because like they
new
already have the skills. but they're gonna have to learn these technical things. I think
Yeah.
that's very daunting for sure. Yeah,
Luckily for me, I told you that I owned computer already and I already
yeah,
using Photoshop since
yeah.
a long time ago.
You saw the future.
That makes
You
me
pretty much did. Yeah, you did. You did.
maybe
You had
that's
to. Yeah, I mean, I get that because like there was no other way for animation to evolve other than switching digital. So
Mhm.
I mean, like knowing you even when you're younger, you always kind of tinker with technology and all that stuff. So that makes sense that you were able to switch like that. What was the last show that you worked on?
Oh, I think at Marvel's. Wait. Mm. Oh, uh, I
Is it
forgot the title.
Avengers? Is it Avengers
No, no,
Assemble?
no, no, no. The Avengers, not the Avengers. Uh, with Quill.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Galaxy.
Galaxy, right? In
Yeah,
Galaxy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I started my animation career way back in 2001 when I moved to New York, and I've been working. We both of us were working in animation for that long, and
mm,
the only time that we actually worked together in the same office was with Avengers Assemble.
yeah, yeah, with Avengers,
Yeah,
right?
in Burbank, which was like 2012 or 2013, something like
13,
that. 13, yeah,
2013.
2013. So yeah, that was the only time that we actually worked together in the
Yeah.
office, and that was kind
Mhm.
of fun. Yeah. So
We
and
worked together before, actually, long, longer than that. When we did Ninja Turtles,
yeah, but
but I
we're not
was
in the
doing
same office.
freelance.
Yeah, you were in
Yeah,
California,
I
and
was, yeah,
I was in New York. And
yeah.
speaking of that, let me tell the story about how I got the job. Because we talked about earlier about Chuck Patton that you did character designs for him, and me having no experience at the time. But first, Chuck Patton asked you, right, to do character design for Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So yeah, and but you didn't want to move to
I
New
apply
York.
actually. I apply there.
Oh,
I apply.
you applied.
I show my my robot
Yeah. Your
stuff.
designs, yeah. So you did, and then he called you, and they wanted to hire you as a character designer,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But then you didn't want to move to New York, and so you recommended me,
Oh,
right?
you're talking about the turtles.
Ninja Turtles
Oh
2003,
no, no, no.
2000,
I did.
2000, yeah.
Yeah, I only applied for storyboard actually.
Storyboards in that way, yeah. But he
Actually,
wanted to
every
get you as a
time,
character designer, didn't he?
yeah, every time he has shows, he always called me.
For character designs.
Yeah, for no for storyboards or whatever
Yeah.
whatever is available.
Yeah. No, because the story was like you instead of you gave it to me, like you gave me the opportunity. So
Mhm.
when I went there, Chuck was like, let's see if you're good as your dad. So
he was
no, sorry.
he's very meticulous. You know
Oh
what I'm
my God.
saying?
You know what? I love that about him because like I completely like really it destroyed my it destroyed my ego. That's for sure. Because like when you were
Yeah.
that young, you're still like confident
You
and
think
everything.
you're the best already,
Yeah, you're the
right?
best. I'm that young. I'm like I can do this. I can do this. Oh no.
And he
After
will break
working,
you.
yeah, yes, and which is like so helpful, and it's like it definitely helped me in so many ways, like just really destroyed my ego, which is amazing. So that was my first I would say and plus I knew I wasn't ready for that job. I was very fresh, I was green. So that opportunity was such a I'm so grateful for, because like it really trained me. I pretty much went to like like a special forces training under Chuck, because like he was just like he's not gonna let you, one mistake that he sees, like nope, post it, nope. We're just like I'm like, oh my God, this guy's so good. But yeah, so is there any like anything else that you think that you left in animation, like there's things that you didn't get to do that you want to do, or if some offers go your way and ask that you could come back, would you come back to animation or no?
I had no interest anymore on coming back. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
yeah,
So when I decided to retire, it's like, maybe, but it's like, maybe 20% or 10%
yeah,
come
yeah,
back, you
yeah.
know, because I'm right now I'm satisfied with everything that I have accomplished
Mm-hmm.
with the help of God, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
So right now I have no idea of whether I'm gonna come back for something
Mm-hmm.
more.
Yeah. So you've definitely left that chapter of your life. So
Yeah.
it's just
I want to do other things. Maybe in
yeah,
art, I
yeah,
want to do painting. That's what I'm doing right
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Just
Mm-hmm.
for fun. It's not like,
Yeah.
uh, to gain something
Mm.
financially or anything.
Yeah, yeah,
But I'm satisfied on doing it.
yeah. That's good. That's
My own
good.
pleasure of doing it.
That's amazing. Yeah, yeah. And that's actually when the beauty in your artwork would show, is when you're actually doing it out of your heart and then out of your,
Mhm.
passion. So instead of, for money or whatever. But so yeah, one last question. A couple more questions actually. What would you say or advice that you would give to newcomers in animation? Like what would you um tell them to do or to know before they get into it?
Before they get into it,
Yeah, before they chase
don't,
it as their career.
well, just be patient. Sometimes it's very hard to go get in, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
in the industry.
yeah.
So keep on coming back to apply. Are you talking about applying for work or
Or just
already there inside?
pursuing the career,
Pursuing the
like
career,
yeah.
yeah. Don't quit. I mean, and also be friendly
Yeah.
because this industry is a very small world.
Mm,
Okay. Your character and your attitude also is part of your career, a
mm,
big part of your career, especially when you're dealing with your directors.
mm-hmm,
You have to be submissive,
mm-hmm,
not arguing with your directors. Even you think that you're better than your director, you
mm.
never argue with them because that will shorten your career right there.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
because story spreads out very fast. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah,
About you.
yeah,
It is spreads out so and you will just find out you have no more career in the
yeah,
industry
yeah.
by being that kind of person only. I because I know personally some people who are very uh what do you call not submissive.
Mm,
They always argue
mm-hmm.
with their superiors and then you know
Yeah, yeah. So that's wow. That's
so that's
gold.
what my advice. Number one is your attitude, your character.
Yeah.
It
Wow. That's
counts, you know what I'm saying? Not only your
yeah,
art, because
yeah.
you are competing with so many good artists already,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sometimes not only your drawing or your
Not your
your
skills. Yeah.
ability to your
Mm-hmm.
skill, it also your character as a person.
Right. Right.
So it's very, very important.
Yeah. So not so basically you're saying work on your personality and attitude first, also with
Yeah, you
your
have to do
skills.
it. You have to
Yeah.
develop your character.
Exactly. Wow. That's good. That's gold. That's gold. Um. Wow.
Because I know some people, okay, I know some people, you might say, who have no ability. I mean, the standard of their ability is not there yet, but they were hired.
They're working all the time.
They were working all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How did he get there first? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
of the
That's
character,
yeah. Sometimes that
because
weighs
being
more. Yeah.
friendly, you know,
Uh-huh. And respectful, yes.
Yeah, respectful, of course. That
Yeah.
is part of the
Yeah,
character
being
that you have
yeah.
to have.
Yeah.
Being humble also. Number one,
Yes.
being humble. You have to be humble. You
Mm.
cannot be proud all the time that you think you're the
Yeah.
best
Exactly. Yeah.
on doing things. Yeah,
That's gold. That's gold. Thank
because
you so much.
skills. You can learn skills.
Yeah.
But the character is different.
You have to
It will
develop
bring
it.
you farther,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. It's true. Totally agree with
Remember
that.
what I told you when you were just starting. Never argue with your director.
Yeah.
Even you think that you're better than
Yeah. Yeah.
them,
Just yeah, exactly.
right?
Just do it. Just do it. Just do
Because
what they
some
want.
artists think that they're better than the director, so they argue. Right away, they
Yeah.
argue.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
No, exactly. Yeah. No, never do. Yeah. Wait, have I? No, I never argued with my
Because they're
directors.
there in their position for a reason.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's gold. And I would like to ask you one last thing. What would you say is the most important things in your life right now?
My priority, you mean?
Yeah.
It is the Bible.
Hmm.
I'm studying more deeper, and I'm already teaching the Bible to
Hmm.
some little group only, but
Yeah.
that is my that is my priority right now,
That's
to
good.
teach
That's very
the
good.
word of God,
Yeah. That's very good. Good to hear that.
which I should have done earlier in my life, but
Yeah.
you know,
It's never too late though. It's never too late.
never too late. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing, Dad, and I'm so happy to talk to you today, and because like what I said before, you're a very private and very shy guy, and I was able to get you on this podcast. And but I told myself I was like, I'm not gonna do this podcast if my dad doesn't do it. The first is my first guest because like it has to be, and you said no, but I
Actually,
but I forced you.
I wouldn't have done it because of
No, because I know how shy you are and as
yeah.
a introvert. So, but thank you so much for doing this, and it's amazing. And there will be a lot more of people that I'll be putting on this podcast as well. So, thank you so much, Dad.
And thank you for having me too.
Of course, you're very welcome. Well, beautiful to talk to you, Dad, and I'll talk to you soon again. Thank you so much, Dad.
Thank you.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.